Just to the north of Hofu City is the home of a late Meiji Taisho period artist by the name of Katsura. And he grew up somewhere else, I believe, but he was adopted by this house here, by the owners of this house, because they didn't have any children. And he married a local lady, I believe, and he lived out his days here. And he created in the grounds of their house a very nice Japanese-style gravel garden, which I'm now going to film. But we didn't realise before we came, but part of the event here, they only open their garden twice a year. It's a private house. There's his name there on the door. Is that we're to learn about the artist, Mr. Katsura Setsuro. He wasn't born Katsura, I presume, because he was adopted. But yeah, the garden's in here. There's the garden, and there's everyone having a lecture about the garden. But as far as I'm concerned, ordinarily, I mean, this is rather a strange one because it's got kind of an arty look to it. But normally they're designed in such a way as to resemble a inland sea or a vast expanse of ocean with islands in it. So they completely mess with your sense of scale. And in doing so, they force the viewer, or they encourage the viewer, to see the view as it is. That is to say, neither as a gravel garden, nor as an expanse of ocean, but as the visual field, or the mental mirror, and brings you back to the reality of the phenomenon. Think Husserl and bracketing. And that's what it does for me anyway, a little bit. But I'm going to go inside now. The house is also a authentic Japanese-style house. And one has to take off one's shoes, which I've just done. This room was designed so that one could commit ritual suicide in it, apparently. Well, I hope he didn't commit ritual suicide there, but the lady who's talking out the tape recorder that is for the tourists here, including myself, explained what the meaning of each of the rooms. Oh, he didn't, fortunately. There are holes in the walls here. Again, I think that the way in which Japanese houses are built encourage their viewers to see the space in the purity of its phenomenon by having various squares of different sizes, which again affects one's ability to see it in the perspective. The perspective is messed up because you don't know whether the squares are further away or the squares are just smaller. Most of the rocks in the garden are not that atypical, and for my money that they represent an island or something in a sea. But the way that they are not all the same size, and The way that they interact is also part of the fun, apparently, part of the aesthetic. But the one rock that is kind of not one I've ever seen in any other similar type of garden is that one there. And according to the explanation, it represents the moon, and it's the same shape as the moon on the 23rd of the lunar cycle. I'm not really sure if that's for real or not, but that was the explanation we received from the grandson of the artist who lived here, the famous artist that lived here. I'm not sure. I don't believe he actually created the artist created the garden. They were a family of a samurai, and that's why they have the room for committing ritual suicide. But there's a garden here. It's very attractive, I think. I'd like one. In fact, perhaps we should make one in our house in Yamaguchi. Gravel, stones, yeah. But I don't suppose it would be as attractive as this, because there's something about the way the stones are arranged that's sort of kind of weird and therefore captivating.